Hello all, I am Swapnil from LVH College, Department of English, and I and my HOD Dr. R Nikam, we are making these videos for SYBSC optional English class. So in today we are going to discuss about a very beautiful poem by John Keats, La Belle Dame Sans Merci. The title is in French itself because it is taken from the 15th century poem La Belle Dame Sans Merci. In if we translate this title into English, it becomes that the beautiful lady without a mercy. So John Keats is a very famous romantic poet where he has mingled love, nature, and mythology. So, if you read other poems of the John Keats, you would find that he has mingled nature, love, and mythology. Means, for instance, love means love for the nature. Means his ode to Nightingale. This is the one of the very beautiful poem, and his all the other ode to Psyche. What is there you would find common in John Keats' poem? There is this theme of love and death, the theme of dying, be it dying of the beautiful voice of Nightingale, be it the death of the Psyche, and be it in this poem, it revolves around the love and death. He was a kind of in search of the mystery that is attached to the love and death. So what is a ballad? Ballad is a long narrative poem where an incident is narrated in a poetic form, in a rhythmic way, in a kind of a song. So there is nothing but an incident there. So therefore it is called as ballad. So John Keats here in this poem discusses about a knight, and the knight which he met with a mysterious lady. She was of course a beautiful, and she spoke a mysterious language. So what happens here? The incident which has been described in this poem has already taken place somewhere in the past, or maybe couple of days ago. We do not know, because Knght, he has woken up, he is awake, and he is just wandering here and there in surprise. He is not sure where he is, and then he stumbled upon a shepherd. So if you read, the poem is of about 12 stanzas, and out of those 12 stanzas, first 4 stanzas are of a shepherd. A shepherd was there on the hilltop, and he saw a bewildered knight, and then he was asking or inquiring that knight in the first 4 stanzas. Then the reply of the knight commences from the 5th stanza of the poem. This is the very simple dividation, okay? But who is Knght? Knight, he in the past considered as a high ranking military officer, and therefore these knights, they were also considered as a kind of an explorer of the area, and they were so valorous, so courageous, that they have always dealt with the difficult situation. Be it means you will find in old classical English stories about knight, how knights have defeated the dragons, how knights have defeated the old means the monsters, the deadly monsters. So Knight is a kind of a valorous person in English or European cultures. So here this Knight, he is so confused and he is not sure where he was. So therefore commences, the poem commences thus, where a shepherd he is asking the Knight. See, if you read the poem, you would find that, oh, what can ail thee, Knight at arms, alone and palely loitering. Loitering means wandering here and there. So here the shepherd he has directed his question towards the Knight. Oh, what can ail thee, Knight at arms, means you are a knight and you are looking so alone, and pale means you are looking so worried. What is the problem? What is harming you? What is it that you are so concerned about? Because you are a knight. You are not a common man, you are a knight. The sage has withered from the lake and no birds sing. It is evening and all the people who were working in the farm, they have gone back home. If you are looking for someone, no one is here. Everyone, they have gone. Therefore no birds sing means it is evening and birds too, they have gone into their nests. He is informing. So in the first stanza, the Knight did not reply, or Knight did not pay, might have not paid attention to his question. Therefore the second stanza also commences with the question. Same question he has repeated. Oh, what can ail thee, Knight at arms, so haggard and so woe begone, means what is the problem that you are looking so tired and you are looking so worried? What is the problem? You are a knight. Knight at arms means you are wearing all that the attire of the knight, and what is the problem with you? What can harm you? Because you are a knight. The squirrel's granary is full and the harvest done, means all the works of farming, it is complete. Farmers, now it is evening, they are at their home. You would not find, if you are looking for some particular person, you would not find them here because they all have gone to the home. And if you are looking for food, means all the animals, they have also gone into their houses, means nests or some holes on somewhere. So he is informing to the knights. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose, fast withered too. So what he says that I can read that from your facial expressions that you are worried. Something is gnawing you inside, within. What is that problem? Would you like to share that problem with me? So from the fourth stanza, the knight is speaking, and what happened with the knight, he is informing everything to the shepherd. And this is a kind of a dialogue. This is a kind of a story, a beautiful poem, and likewise a beautiful story. So what does the knight say? That I met a lady in the meads. Meads means into the meadows, woods, full beautiful, a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. See, before turning towards that fairy child, I would like to explain a kind of a story that is related to the Middle Ages of a European society. The women, they consider as having the magical powers. They call them as witches. If the villagers, if they had doubt that if this particular woman, she is a witch, then she was expelled from the village. She was not, sometimes she was murdered, she was hanged in the at the center of the village, but most of the times she was expelled from the village. And now these women, they did not leave the village, but they survived around the woods of the villages, not the jungle, but into the woods. And for their survival, they harassed the passing villagers for their livelihood. That kind of a thing was into these woods, those were nearby of the villages. They were very notorious for some mysterious ghost or some mysterious woman walking into those woods. So therefore, what here is saying, and so many anecdotes were attached to these beautiful ladies. So what here is saying, that I met a lady in the midst, into the woods, not in the jungle. I met the lady in the midst, full beautiful, means she was so beautiful, like a fairy child, like an angel. Like an angel, she was so beautiful. Her hair was long, her foot was light, means she was so delicate, she was so slim, and but her eyes were wild, means she had some kind of anger inside her eyes, that he noticed. But she was so beautiful, long hair, very delicate. I made a garland for her head, and bracelet too, and fragrant zone. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. So to impress her, to win her heart, he made the garlands of the flowers, and he tied that garland of the flowers around her head, and also the bracelet of flowers, which she did like. And when he observed into her eyes, he realized, means he felt that as if she also liked him, and as if she did love him, because of through her mourning, because of through her encouragement, because of through her response, that he thought. I sat on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long. For sidelong would she bend and sing fairy song. So what happened later on, as he was a knight, he had a horse. So they galloped in those woods for the whole day, and while he was galloping on the horse, she was sitting in front of him. They were both galloping, and she was just leaning from one side to another side, and she was singing her fairy song, means the song, the words he did not understand, but she was singing a song, means she was happy with him as he felt. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild, and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. So she, as he had given her a gift of garlands of flowers, she also in return found him relish sweet, means honey, and some magical, manna dew means some magical roots, some magical fruit which had intoxicating effect. So she offered him, and in her mysterious language, because he did not know, therefore he says, in language strange she said, I love thee true, means I love you truly, while offering these gifts to the knight. So later on, she took me to her elfin grot, and there she swept and sighed full sore, and there I shut her wild eyes with kisses four. So she took him to her cave, and there she narrated him her past stories, while she was crying, while she was weeping, the story of her plight, her woeful story. And while narrating that story, she had become so angry because of the mistreatment because of injustice to her. And to calm her down, he kissed her 4 times. So, what I have told you earlier, these women, they were not witches, but the people consider them as witches and having some magical powers. So they were expelled from the villages, and they had no option but to live into the woods. And therefore people, they were scared of these women. And sometime, because we do not know, but sometimes it is called that so many people, they have died in those woods. It is accused that these women, they might have killed these men, and because these women, they were so beautiful, so men were attracted towards them. That was the real incident that really happened in the middle century of Europe and England. So after narrating her woeful story to the knight calmed her down, and then there she lulled me asleep, and there I dreamed, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamed, on the cold hillside. What is it that after calming her down, she sang a lullaby for him, and he slept. And in while he was sleeping, what he saw he saw a nightmare, where it was a very strange for him, because he had not seen such a bad dream. And what was that dream? That in that dream I saw pale kings and princes too, pale warriors. They pale were they all. They cried, La Belle sans mercy, thee hath in thrall. So thee hath in thrall means now you are under her spell. So what happened? What he dreamed? Her past victims, the knight, the kings and princes and the warriors, they all appear in his dreams, and they inform the knight that this is the beautiful lady without a mercy. She is beautiful, but she doesn't have the merciful heart. She is a cruel one, and therefore now thee hath in thrall means you are under her spell. Now you are her next victim. You are also going to die like us. We have also came here enchanted by the beauty of this lady, but she killed us all. So now you are her next victim. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, with horrid warning gaped wide, and I awoke and found me here on the cold hillside. So what here? He heard their very woeful stories, very painful stories about them, their pale lips, their horrid faces, their sorrowful faces, and when he awoke, he found himself at the foot of the hill. He did not know how he arrived at that foot of the hill. That was he is informing to that shepherd that I met a mysterious lady. She was beautiful, and she took me to her cave. There she gave me some intoxicated fruit, and when I fell asleep, I dreamed that her past victims, they came into my dreams, and they informed me that you are her next victim. Now you are spellbound, and she is definitely going to kill you as she has killed all of us. But when he woke up, he saw that okay, I'm here at the base of the hill, and he did not know where those woods were and where that mysterious lady was. So that he informed to her. What is the last stanza? And this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering, though the sages is withered from the lake and no birds sing. And therefore he now informed to the shepherd that okay, therefore because of this I am very concerned, I am very worried, and I am here wandering here and there, and I know that the birds, the farmers, they all have gone to their houses, but I was not looking for them. I was looking for that mysterious lady, and also thinking about my last dream. Therefore I wasn't paying attention to you, your first question. Therefore he explained himself. So as kids, it is all about love and death. Here we do not know whether that was his dream or whether that was the true incident happened with the knight, and which proves that that mysterious girl, she did love him truly, therefore she did not kill that knight. Her past victims might have been the lustful, selfish man who just wanted her body, but here she might have seen the true love in the eyes of the knight, therefore she did not kill the knight. And suddenly and mysteriously, more importantly, the knight appeared at the base of the hill and he was confused. So this is a very beautiful poem by John Keats, La Belle Sans Mercy, the beautiful lady without the mercy. What do you think about this poem? If you have something to say, if the question or anything, you can write those in the comment section. Thanks for watching.